What's good, Flow State Jedis? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, a consultant, specialist to help you feel your best and perform your best. Today we're talking all about how to stay in that self-confidence, okay? A lot of people, they can't stay in that self-confidence. They talk about having all of these accolades and accomplishments and achievements, but usually those things are associated with your past, right? They're associated with your past, or they're associated with some unreal future where you're projecting into the type of person that you prefer to be. Or you're going into the past like, oh yeah, I won that trophy in third grade. I did this one thing that made me feel good. That's not gonna truly fulfill you. True fulfillment comes from accessing your confidence from the present moment, right? And it's something I call core confidence. Okay, core confidence, which means that it's there, okay? It's more so a Godfidence, as I like to say, because it is eternal. It is a substrate. You always return back there, and you understand that you're giving yourself that confidence by activating it, by accessing it through the present moment. Like your ability to know that you've got this, right? It's like that feeling that you've got this, keeping that in the back of your mind. That essence of I got this energy is in the back of your mind, constantly running as a storyline, okay? Once you realize that you can help the younger version of you, once you understand that you can shatter past any glass ceilings that you have for yourself, because they're transparent. Actually, glass is transparent. Do you get that? So there's really no glass ceiling. There really is no constraint keeping you stuck in the same place, okay? Understand that the word confidence, okay, comes from con man. And a con man is somebody who used to essentially, convince people, right? So once you speak with conviction, once you're convicted, that's it. It's a life sentence. So once you understand that, look, I'm confident because I simply am. I am that I am, Soham, right? I am confident simply because I exist here for a reason. I'm confident because I know that the universe has my back. I feel a safety and a protectiveness, right, from the universe at large. That is true, authentic confidence, when you can feel, protected amidst all of the noise, all of the nonsense, all of the jargon that you're constantly going through and facing. Once you realize that you have it within you to be able to tap in to this real life confidence, okay? It's not an illusory confidence or kind of like appeasing yourself or gaining validation or getting kind of approval from people or, virtue signaling. It's none of that stuff, right? Real authentic confidence is accessed through the mindfulness of being in nature, okay? And look, I'm underneath a solar panel right now, right? Just being in nature and allowing myself to permeate, to embrace, to activate the different parts of nature. Sort of imagining that I'm downloading in the essence of nature into my system. Merging, I'm becoming one with the nature around me. I'm merging into a selflessness, right? Rather than putting on the self-consciousness, right? Self-consciousness is really what makes you not so confident, right? Makes you insecure. It's like, oh, do I look okay? Am I right for doing this? I don't possibly know if people will accept me if I start to do this or speak like this, or maybe if I start speaking in a louder voice, people will start noticing me. All this self-consciousness, all this ego preservation and ego validation isn't really gonna make you feel at your most confident. Once you struggle with your self-confidence, you are actually making yourself smaller, okay? You are shrinking down, whereas you should be actually expanding out, okay? If you're shrinking down, you understand that I am in reaction. I'm in effect to the world, okay? But when you are in your authentic core confidence, you are the cause, you are the ripple effect that starts to impact the world. Now, on this channel, I've spoken about this concept a lot, okay? It's the concept of the internal chameleon. If you feel orange inside, you make the environment orange on the outside. okay? Sacral chakra path working, let's go. So if you understand, what does a chameleon do? A chameleon merges with the environment, right? This is what people pleasers do. Okay, I'm talking to a bunch of athletes, I'm gonna talk about sports, right? That's kind of a self-consciousness, and it's a lack of confidence, because the real confidence comes from the ability to tap in anywhere, anyhow. There's no excuses, there's no rationalizing, it just is, right? And so, because I'm speaking to an athlete, I don't have to speak about sports or their athletics or health or all the stuff that they know, right? And they're good at. It's like, that is subconsciously telling you that, oh, I hope they will accept me, I hope they'll validate. Hey, I'll talk about aliens with athletes. I'll talk about, I don't know, man. Like, I'll talk about something random, like a shrimp tuna casserole I had the other day to a politician, okay? Maybe not the best idea, but you get what I mean, right? It's like that flow, right? That effervescence, that flow, that essence that you carry within you. Stop trying to barricade and put on these like walls on like how you appear and how other people are seeing you, bro. That's putting extra energy, right, into this kind of maintenance mode or this micromanagement that you keep doing. The people who are authentically charismatic and confident, they don't have this list in their mind that is this okay to say, is this not okay to say, oh, these things I'll say to these people, these other things I'll say to these other people. It's not like this kind of strange calculation that you're doing all the time, bro. It's a letting go, it's a freedom, it's an authenticity. It's like and finally be, I need to stop walking around on eggshells and finally be, just step up and just start flowing, you know, start speaking, be golden. You're all right, man. You don't need to try so hard to be confident. Confidence happens through competence, through you actually doing the thing, through you actually getting better at you doing that thing. There is an essence, a part of you, where you understand that you can do that thing very, very naturally. You don't need to put in extra effort to try to do that thing, right? Because why? Why would you? Why would you? It makes no sense to sit back and wait for confidence to happen, or to think that confidence is this static thing that, okay, I'm confident now, and now my confidence disappeared, and now my confidence is back again, and now my confidence is disappeared, right? Yeah, okay, it comes and goes. It's a wave, okay? It's a dynamic. Maybe it's a transformational journey, and it's a journey of not only finding yourself, but allowing, right? Taking away the gunk, taking away the conditioning. This is what I help you do with flow training. By the way, guys, we have a Costa Rica retreat coming up, okay? I'm sure you know of it, but hit the link in the description. Go and join, okay? Shoot me a message. If you want to know more about it, we're doing scholarships for people too, okay? So if you're thinking like, oh, I can't afford that much, or, you know, I can't do this, speak to us, because we're willing to give people scholarships that are actually going to commit and put their all in, and, you know, this event means something to them. So that's it from my side, you know. Primal Sutra Depths program, you already know, okay? Homo sapien, let's get it. It's okay, man, be confident. So stop being confident, fake confident, and start being Godfidence. Start understanding that you are protected by the Creator, and you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be okay. Just trust in that invisible substrate of the universe that will handle everything that you need to handle. I love using this idea called responsibility transfer, where I actually imagine that my higher self is taking away my shyness or my insecurity or my doubts or my, you know, all of these different things that come up that take away from your authentic level of confidence, right? So I imagine that I'm actually transferring all of that negative gunk, all that negative energy through into my higher self, because my higher self has a higher level of consciousness and can use those problems or those insecurities in a different way. They can use it alchemically very differently than if I am, you know, trying to use it in the present moment, if that makes sense, okay? Ultimately, I know that my higher self, or that version of me that's more so associated with the angelic realm, or, you know, higher in its level of consciousness, that's gonna handle it, okay? I don't need to push that extreme, right, to be able to try to get this thing done, okay? A lot of people are putting too much effort, they're trying too hard to try to impress others, and it's like, you know, why are you doing that? It comes from trauma, bro. It comes from this thing of like, I need to prove myself to somebody. But you don't need to prove yourself to nobody, okay? Hey, the universe or source or God has got my back. I don't need to try to prove anything to anybody, right? I need to prove myself to myself, that's it. Okay, game over. Let's get it today. Thank you for listening. I hope you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell. You already know what it is, okay? Shout out, I'm posting these on Facebook too, so shout out to Facebook community. Let's go. We're all gonna make it. Trust. May the flow be with you. Flow must stay. May we never be the same again.